Hey everyone, it's Kathy.
And Paul here with Adulting.
We're here to help you navigate the crazy world of adulting.
Because let's be real, it's a wild ride. We'll be dropping tips, sharing stories,
And maybe even spilling some embarrassing secrets along the way.
so get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, get ready to laugh, learn, and level up your adulting game. This is Adulting. Don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe, and share this podcast. Head over to adulting.com for more information and to submit questions for us about adulting.
And maybe even pick up some of our new merchandise. And if you know any fellow adults who need some guidance, send them our way.
Welcome back, everyone. On today's episode, we want to talk about something that everyone has the exact same amount of. That something is a finite thing, a linear thing, and each of us, no matter what the station is in life that we're occupying, have the same 24 hours per day. We're going to talk about the sands of time today.
Robin S. Sharma said, "Time slips through our hands like grains of sand, never to return again."
How did we get here on this wild ride, you ask? Well, recently, both of us have experienced a significant change in the rhythm of our lives. We both obtained new jobs. They're new, they're shiny, they're exciting, and with them came new schedules. We have both basically transferred to 9-to-5ers. Our new roles are in-office, present-type roles. This is a pretty massive change from our previous schedule. In our former roles, we had a lot more flexibility and even some remote work, which we were able to synergistically leverage to our advantage and take care of some of the home to-do list.
We aren't complaining, not in the slightest. Our commutes have been reduced immensely, and the quality of our lives has gotten exponentially better. What we want to discuss is multifaceted. We're going to have a discussion about what we are observing, ask for some suggestions, and tell you what we've found out so far.
They were both a pretty big upgrade, right?
Yeah, I love my new job.
You're like a big deal. And I'm upper management. Not, but feels like it sometimes. I have all the responsibility of upper management, kind of without the pay.
So we used to have flexibility, like we said. I worked earlier in the day, so I was done earlier in the day, which gave me some afternoon hours to get some things done. We have 2 incomes, but now we're 2 incomes on a fixed schedule.
Which is leading us to have these conflicts. Like there's only 168 hours in a week, and you have to work 40. I have to work 40.
We have to sleep.
We have to sleep. We have to eat. We have to do things. Our workload off the job, let's talk about off the job. Has it gotten any lighter on you?
No.
Me neither.
Still have to do laundry, do dishes, cook dinner, go grocery shopping.
It's a riddle wrapped in bacon. It's an enigma. How are we going to do this? For me, my weekends are feeling shorter. How about you?
I feel like my weekends are shorter because I didn't have to prepare during the week, like during the week on a Sunday. I would just get up on Monday and go to work. Now I kind of have to get everything together.
We're attempting to continue with the same healthy routines, but our schedules are making that a little bit more challenging. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, because we used to be able to do our workouts at like 4 p.m. We were both home by then, and now there's days where I'm not home till 7.
We're going to make this work somehow. We are the masters putting square pegs in round holes. Other lifey challenges don't really seem to care about our schedules, whether it be going to visit my parents, whether it be buying you a beautiful new car. You want to say anything about your new car?
Just that I love my new car.
How about your dealer experience with Schumacher Chevrolet?
They were fantastic. They did everything pretty much before we even walked in the door, just by talking to them on the phone. They got me to the price point I needed to be, and it was pretty smooth sailing after that.
And how fast did that move from the price point to you driving home?
Oh, well, they came in at the right price around 12:30, 1 o'clock while I was at lunch, and I got to work at 5 and was in the driveway at 10 p.m. with the new car.
Didn't have it on my bingo card for the day. Get a new car for Kathy, but it is beautiful. Schumacher Chevrolet was fantastic. Now, we went to a lot of other dealers. I'm not going to throw there were good ones, there were bad ones. It's buying a car. Some items we've discovered that seem to help us so far would be family communication, loosely planning for the next week on Sunday evening, which is something that we've tried to do for a long time. I would like more buy-in out of our adult children. It would be more helpful. How about food prep? Used to be a Monday thing for me.
Yeah, no, it's not it's different. You used to make 5 salads for the week or 4 salads for the week on Monday because you worked from home. And now we're shopping and I'm making lunch each night before I go to bed for the next day.
We've had to cut back on our Netflix time. I know you can't see it because it's a podcast, but I'm frowning.
I think we went almost an entire week without watching TV at all because we were just so busy.
Buying cars, working our side hustle. We did manage to fit a date night in, but that was on the weekend. We are giving ourselves some grace here, but we're not young anymore. We're not mentally or physically as flexible as we used to be, and this shift is beating us both up.
Yeah, who thought starting a new career in our 50s was going to kick the heck out of us?
We are doing it, though. It's getting easier day by day.
Here's some things that we're in the process of implementing to help us navigate our new schedules. We are getting a landscaper. We're automating some home tasks where we can. We're investigating further outsourcing of some things, like maybe grocery shopping could be a delivery, at least a pickup, something to save us some weekend time.
Right. We were just talking about that literally an hour ago and looking into our local ShopRite and what they do and don't do.
We are working on our schedules. Not that we can change them, but we're figuring out how to navigate them.
Right. And work more synergistically with things. For example, thinking about getting on the exercise bike while I'm on a morning meeting, or actively doing stuff like stretching or doing abs while we're watching TV to get some of that Netflix back in our life.
A few quotes come to mind. Don't mind the paraphrasing here. One is, no one is too busy in this world. We all have the same 24 hours. It's all about priorities.
Another one is, we all get 24 hours a day, but how we invest our time determines our success.
And the last one is, we all have the same 1,440 minutes per day.
With that in mind, 1,440 minutes per day, different people use their time differently. We're not making that up. You can go to the all-knowing Oracle and ask, and you'll find the same things that we did and that we've known and that we've been talking about. Incidentally, an article just crossed my bow titled, "The World's Wealthiest Families Adopt These 7 Key Habits for Success." According to J.P. Morgan, it was written by Preston Ford. Not only was it very timely, it was an insightful article, and we want to incorporate most of these into our new reality. Many of these items we already do incorporate in some way or form, and no, we're not billionaires yet.
Why ordinary is the new elite. This is part of the billionaire blueprint. We often think billionaires have access to some secret high-tech algorithm for success. But a recent JP Morgan report surveying over 100 billionaire families with a combined net worth of over 500 billion say the opposite. Their success isn't built on complexity. It's built on aggressive intentionality regarding a few very ordinary habits.
Those habits include time is the real currency. It's a mindset shift. Most of us are used to money being our currency. But money, particularly in a billionaire's mindset, is an unlimited resource. Time, however, everyone has the same 1,440 minutes per day.
The core 7 habits, we mentioned them before. These are them listed. The first one is reading. It's the number 1 habit of wealthy people. The second is exercise, not for looking good, but for cognitive stamina, meaning they're not going to be the buffest guy at the gym, but they're going to be healthy.
Apparently, I should have been running marathons before I started my new job. Consistency is the third habit. Doing the boring work every single day, even when you don't want to. Waking up early. I think I'm pretty good at this one. Owning the day before the world starts asking for your time.
5 is prioritizing tasks, knowing the difference between urgent and important. Goal setting, having a North Star so you aren't just busy, but productive.
7 is protected time for deep thinking. This is a key one because how many people do you know that actually put out on their calendar thinking time? I don't know any.
I don't know any, but I understand its value.
I've tried to incorporate some of it into my workday. I set aside the last half hour of my Friday to actually think about the week that just came, what's left, and start my to-do list or my task list for the following week. I'm finding it helpful.
Now, we talked about reading. Interestingly, billionaires ranked reading as their number 1 success habit, but only their number 7 favorite hobby. Why? Because they don't read for relaxation or entertainment. They treat reading like an infrastructure. In an age of AI-generated summaries and 30-second TikToks, they go deep into long-form books to build intellectual compound interest.
There's a rule called the Warren Buffett rule. He famously suggests reading 500 pages a day. I don't know many people that can do that.
Well, I could do that, but I would do nothing else all day.
I don't know someone if they wanted to do that really could. Well, that's all right. That's a fib. I know one in this house could easily do that. For busy adults, it's just impossible. You don't have the time. But the report suggested starting with just 20 pages a day. It's small enough to be unintimidating, but adds about 30 books a year. Think about that. How many books have you read in the last year?
Not 30.
If a normal person doesn't read at all and goes from 0 to 30 books, what do you think that effect would have on their knowledge base?
Well, hopefully they would retain it and be a lot smarter.
I agree. And that's why it's referred to as intellectual compound interest. Number 4 is deep thinking in an age of AI. The report found that roughly 80% of billionaires use AI. They use it for efficiency, not for judgment. They use reading and thinking time to forge judgment that AI can't replicate. They aren't looking for an answer. They're looking to understand a nuance when they're using AI.
Next is the Up Your Game action plan. Audit your hour. For one day, track your time as if it were cash. Where are you leaking your currency?
We didn't officially do this yet, but what did we discover today in our discussion? You remember, you work 40 hours, sleep 40 hours.
Oh, that we somehow had 40 hours a week that we don't know where it went?
Unaccounted. Therefore, I think we need to audit our hours. We know we're spending that time because last week isn't here still. So therefore, it's important that we find what we're doing and make the most useful use of that time. The 20-page challenge. Pick up a physical book, nonfiction or a biography, and commit to 20 pages before bed or first thing in the morning. No cliff notes or summaries allowed here.
Schedule a think block. Put 15 minutes on your calendar this week. No phone, no music, just a notebook. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I'm avoiding that would move the needle forward? Meaning, what is it that I'm not getting done and how can I include it during my week so that my life is progressing?
Billionaire habits aren't about being a superhero. Billionaires are people just like you and I. For the most part, they put their pants on one leg at a time. They're about being a professional, always trying to improve yourself, and being consistent. Adulting at the highest level is simply the refusal to let your time be stolen by things that don't matter or that you're not paying attention to.
The billionaire hobby paradox. If billionaires value reading as their number 1 habit for success, you'd think it would be their favorite way to relax, right? Wrong. In the JP Morgan survey, reading actually ranked 7th on their list of favorite hobbies. So what are they doing when they aren't optimizing? And why should we care?
Going to go down the top 6 list. What made it ahead of reading? Just going to read it to you. The great outdoors in nature was number one. Number two, interestingly, work. Yes, they actually listed work as a top hobby. We'll talk more about that. Number three, time with friends and family or connections to other people. Number four, tennis. Well, we sort of have that one.
Pickleball.
It's like junior tennis. Number five, snow sports. And number six isn't going to surprise anyone that thinks about billionaires. It's golf. What's important about this is that it's all active recovery. They're not just sitting around. They're not couch potato activities. Would you agree?
I do. I think high performers don't just veg out. They vibe out through movement. Tennis, skiing, and golf require intense focus and technical skill. They aren't just relaxing, they're engaging a different part of their brain. It's called active recovery.
The lesson we can take from this: if your hobby is scrolling TikTok for 3 hours, you're not resting, you're just numbing out. To up your game, find a hobby that requires a bit of doing, whether it's hiking, a local pickleball league, or even a craft.
And the fact that work is their number 2 in their list of favorite hobbies is a massive clue. For the ultra successful, the line between have to do and want to do is blurred.
I would also add on my list, it's a get to do. There's a lot of people out there that can't work that are trying to work, whether it's because of personal background, whether it's because they're applying and not hearing anything. I'm thrilled I get to do my job, and my new job is actually a lot of fun. What I want to say is you may not love your 9 to 5, but when you're adulting, it's about finding the parts of your work that feel like play. When you lean into tasks that energize you, you stop living for the weekend and start building a life you don't need a vacation from.
The report also found a huge jump in billionaires owning sports teams, from 6% to 20% in the last few years. They don't buy them for the money. They buy them to create a shared family legacy.
The takeaway from this: use your hobbies to build your tribe. Anyone hear the word tribe lately?
We've used it a bunch.
We have. And in my self-improvement quest, tribe comes up over and over. Build your tribe. Build your connection. Instead of meeting a friends for a drink, meet them for a hike, a game of tennis, or pickleball. Use your leisure time to strengthen your community and your family bonds, which, by the way, pickleball is wonderful at.
Now, to up your game, the action plan is going to be audit your hobbies. Not only audit your time, but audit your hobbies. Are your hobbies recharging you or just draining your clock? Swap 1 hour of Netflix for 30 minutes of active recovery, a walk in nature, a workout, or a hobby that requires focus.
Do a social swap. Next time you're planning to hang out, make it an activity. Go to a driving range or a climbing gym or just a long walk in a park.
Reframe your work. Identify one thing you do at work that you would actually do for fun. How can you do more of that this week?
As we come to the close here, I realize we've just blasted you guys with a ton of information. It's about billionaires. It's about time. I failed to mention, we want some help from you guys in adjusting to our 9 to 5 life here. What are some of your workarounds?
What are some creative ways you get it done?
How do you adjust your mindset given all the commitments in your life? Let us know. Reach out via email, through our socials, or on our brandy new Discord server. We'll put the link to that in our show description. Thank you for listening.
Just remember, you've got this, adults. Keep your head up, your spirits high, and keep adulting with us. Go forth and conquer the world, or at least your to-do list.
And don't forget to like, follow, and or subscribe. Tell your friends, share the podcast, and head over to idulting.com for more information and to connect with us. See you on the next episode. Be safe.